children as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, and they give birth to them and they are Biafrans. They will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
it is not enough. It is not enough that we are complaining that the economy of the Igbo land is collapsing because of sit at home. Hello? You may not know the impact of this sit at home issue. It is so painful to any business person. Oh, Sunday, you go not change all of the remana. Orina go talk, Hamanjola, go have salary. But for people who have businesses, so we have to lift our hands, because the secret of that sit at home is the releasing of Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi is free today, sit at home will stop today. So lift your hand. We pray for prisoners, and one of us is in prison. And because of his importance, even the government could not stop sit at home. Has said, go to work, go to work. Yet they are in their houses. And if they are about to move, they will use about 20 security vehicles around themselves. So we shall lift our hands to pray. For over 3 years now, this is the year Igbo people have farmed. Listen, for over 3 years now, this is the best year Igbo people had farmed. We are thanking our young men who helped to clear the farms from herdsmen disturbances. God will bless you. You may not know what it means. In Abogugu last time, one farmer was killed and the whole body butchered and was brought between Ozala and Abogugu. The body packed there. Now, our farms, by the grace of God, are freed from herdsmen destruction. One of our priests last year, all his farms were just messed up. He was crying. This year, he started laughing. So I am thanking our young men. I am blessing the Igbo youths. It shall be well with you. Amen. No matter I think about Soko. So I when a chukwa came, that Good Friday was in well away. He sang. I ain't better my camera away. The one night nammed. Over on where Tata. Sit at home, Kusata. What are you put there no battery number? More boy is the double back number. Simon, Pawe Piamia. Piamias and I got Piaba Managota. Now Kukana, quite a Mechipon, Zerehana sit at home. I went home and meditated on that. It's painful. But it is now a responsibility upon us to pray out. That's our brother. So I went to Chukwa Kenunesia. Eba bono no ya marana umunne ya wenere ya kenu. Okwanso nuru de wana banaso. Oye nuru de wana banaso. Oye nuru de wana banaso. Enuru de wana banaso.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important. How do you cage Nnamdi Kanu? In fact, I want to call that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. A freedom fight agitator who said that, look, he wants liberation for his people. Why are you incarcerating him? Why are you not going to arrest Fulani men? Look at the bomb blast in train blast in Abuja to Kaduna. Up to today, our people are still being kept by these bandits. Where are the security? Where is the president? Where is the security act to go out and rescue these people? Tell me what is happening. It is a shame. Tell me, IGBOS, they went after him in the southwest and were able to stop him. At least we're not hearing about IGBOS again. Why can't they stop these Fulani men who are terrorizing this country and have made it impossible? They come to Benue and kill. Just in my local government, within the space of 40 people have been killed, more than 40 people. In another local government, over 20 people were killed, and then you want me to keep quiet. They want to intimidate us. I will never be intimidated. At least, let me talk. If at the end nothing happens, and some of you are keeping quiet, keep quiet to your shame. But I want to say that the rest of Nigerians, you people are joking. I raised alarm in 2016 that these things were going to happen. What is it that I have not said? I have said it. If Nigerians want to get out of this, they should arise. Arise television, as your name implies. Arise and let us liberate ourselves. President Buhari and his cohorts are not able to do.
Prophet every crossover. Sometimes it's difficult for the real prophets to prophesy. But albeit, I'm just going to drop few prophecy for today, and then I'm going to throw more light as God lead me before the whole January is over. The agitation for Biafra will wax very strong, and it will go very, very strong. And we need to pray strongly, because it will take a dimension that is going to provoke the God of the day to begin to hunt the agitators. And the government of the day need to be very careful so that they will not cause an expensive massacre that is going to dent the image of the day, of the government of the day. The agitation will go stronger, and it's going to influence a lot of chances of the people from the eastern part of this country. So nobody should look at the Biafra movement and look down on it at all. Like I keep shouting from the beginning, that dialogue is very important. There is no gun and weapon and force that can slow such ideology, except maturity is applied for dialogue. The leader of the Biafra should be very careful. There are people around him that will become traitors. I see somebody receiving huge amount of money in order to end the life of this young man by poison. I'm saying this thing, saw it clearly. See somebody in the inner cycle, because the movement will grow big, and the only way can't do that is people walking and say, okay, if we can't trap this, remove the head. Like I said, it's a spirit that needs to be dialogued.
Look here, look here, look here.
If you don't take time, 2023 election, everybody go regret them. If they pay me, say just now, Lekki massacre don't turn to news we don't pass. Everybody don't forget people with their key. People will bullet shop their hands. The ones who lost leg and the people that suffer pain still now as I talk to you. 28th of October 2020, na day we will not supposed to forget. Youth they protest NSAS. Now that one makes security operatives tear gas. Some lab bitter or no be joke. That particular day make many people use wish till today. That particular day make many mama and papa to so ground with hot tears. As I talk to you, some families never feel recover from their loved ones when they return.
Wicked leaders, wicked people. At the peaceful protesting, you guys are shooting randomly. Regardless of what the bullets hit or not.
There is no cohesion. There is no leadership. Can't you see that Nigeria is hemorrhaging? Can't you see that we are bleeding? Can't you see that we are on a journey to no destination? Can't you see that the president should wake up from his self-imposed cocoon and hibernation and seize the reins of power and save Nigeria from what remains of ourselves, self-implosion, self-immolation? Can't you see that we are tottering, we are wobbly, we are groggy? Can't you see that we are falling apart? Can't you see that we needed, as yesterday, to do something urgent to save Nigeria from the precipice, from breaking up into smithereens? Can't you see that the house is collapsing, that the edifice is collapsing? Can't everybody see it? Even if you are blind, can't you feel it? Even if you are blind and you can't feel it, are you numb?
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from here, depending on where you are watching from. Welcome to this broadcast today, 19th/20th of September 2022. This is live and direct on Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM. Live and direct on Enter Biafra Channel 1, Channel 2, live and direct on Enter Biafra live streaming app, live and direct on Enter Biafra YouTube channel, and of course on all IPOB autopilot media platform around the globe. We are coming very late because a lot of people don't. I promised you people that we are going to be having our daily broadcast 7 p.m. Biafra time. today is very exceptional because I'll be very busy and fixing some things, and this is now when I have the time. I'm going to make this broadcast to be very fast and as short, as quick as possible, because I promised Biafrans that I will be coming online 7 p.m. every day. And in a very exceptional ground like this, I will come this late because I have to catch some sleep, and so I can be refined for the next task that I have. This evening, we are going to be responding to SOLUDO, and I believe some of you may have read the update from Barrister Ejiofor, where our leader is seriously, having very serious health issues. And we will not stop. We will continue to shout, and we will continue to put pressure, and the agitation will continue. Today, the Biafra people have actually responded very well in the civil disobedience as we continue to call for the unconditional release of our leader, Mazi. Biafra people today have spoken again. And this evening, we are going to do something very exceptional. During this program, we are going to call on everybody watching the program to go to Twitter and let us see if we are going to increase the number of retweeted video from Imo State. There is a reason why we have to embark on this. We're going to do it almost every day until we reach to a very alarming number of retweets, so that we will save it for a day that is coming. I want you people to understand that SOLUDO job is to continue to carry out the campaign of calumny against Biafra people and against Ndi Igbo. SOLUDO have come to start profiling Igbo people. The profiling of Igbos as criminals must be condemned by everybody. It is not a matter of whether you are fighting for Biafra or not. But SOLUDO is going too far with the campaign of calumny against Biafra. SOLUDO to have come to start calling Ndi Igbo criminals is completely unacceptable. But this evening, we want to remind SOLUDO that he is bragging of having done something about insecurity in Anambra State. SOLUDO forgot that it was the autopilot IPOB that ended Mkpurumiri in Anambra. SOLUDO forgot that there is no program whatsoever that he has carried out to end Mkpurumiri, which Fulani planned to destroy Igbo youth and Biafra youth. SOLUDO should come and tell us, how did he end the Mkpurumiri outbreak? It was the autopilot. It was the autopilot that piloted the programs that ended the Mkpurumiri in Anambra State. I want to remind SOLUDO tonight, this is on record. It is on record that we gave orders to Biafrans how to treat the people that were bringing the Mkpurumiri into our land. SOLUDO did not set up any task force to fight Mkpurumiri. Have you all forgotten? It was because of the Mkpurumiri that made the insecurity in Anambra to be on a rising scale. It was the same autopilot that called the Igwe of Obosi. We called him by the name. We called the Igwe of Obosi out on the issue of some insecurities in that environment. It was after we called out the Igwe of Obosi that SOLUDO contacted him. And the Igwe of Obosi called all the men constituting nuisance and committing one crime or the other. He called all of them and gave them warning that going forward, whatever you do, his hand is not there again. The Igwe of Obosi called all the youth and warned them in his palace that if anybody commit crime again going forward, he is not part of it. What I'm saying now is the people in those areas know what I'm talking about. SOLUDO knows that it was because of our exposition, it was because we called out the Igwe of Obosi that made him to contact Igwe of Obosi, and they begin to swing into action. It was the autopilot, but I am talking about petty crimes. It was the autopilot IPOB that made it possible. I want to give background of what we are doing and how we mean well for the people of Biafra. That SOLUDO will come and be branding Biafras as criminals. I want to tell SOLUDO this evening, those he claimed to be criminals in the forest, those he claimed, he said that anybody that carries gun in the forest are criminal. SOLUDO, I want to ask you, did you ever put any security in place to fight and eradicate those that have been butchering our women and children in their farmland? Have you ever asked questions, condemn the attack all over Nigeria and those in Biafra land? Have you ever condemned the attack in Ebonyi State? Have you ever condemned the attack in Enugu State? Have you ever condemned the attack in your own Anambra State, where Fulani visited hostel, female hostel, butchered them? Have you ever condemned those attacks? Have you condemned the attack of Fulani destroying farmland, and when people challenge them, they bring out their machete and kill them in Anambra State? Have you condemned that? Do you know how those crimes ended? Do you know how the Fulani invasion ended in Anambra State? No, you don't know. It was the Eastern Security Network that did it. I want to make this broadcast for the record purpose. And I want to inform SOLUDO, if he come out to start bragging of how he ended criminality in Anambra State, let him tell us how he ended it. SOLUDO is the governor of Anambra State. He didn't know where the crimes are, where all this petty crime, where it is coming from. We are on ground more than him. We have intels more than SOLUDO. So forget all these things he is parading himself as a governor of Anambra State. If we want Anambra State to fall today, we are going to do it. But it is not our nature to do that. If we want entire Southeast to fall today, we are going to do it. But that is not our agenda. Our agenda is to eradicate criminality in our land. The reason why we formed the Eastern Security Network is to fight crimes. And we have succeeded in making sure that Fulani is no longer taking our women and our children. And we are not going to stop. So if SOLUDO have contrary view or contrary opinion from what I have said so far, he should come out and give us the record. I said we ended Mkpurumiri. SOLUDO have no single program how Mkpurumiri disappeared in Anambra State. It was the autopilot, continual announcement and ordering our youth to do something. They did it. SOLUDO have no program to end Mkpurumiri. Today, you no longer hear of Mkpurumiri, even though they may not have completely been eradicated in our land, but you no longer hear of them. It was autopilot that did it because we feel so threatened by the way the NDLEA allow a free passage of drugs into our land. So if we mean bad for our people, why should we be fighting against drugs? I am telling you now, record for what the autopilot IPOB have done. in Anambra, to be precise. And everything I'm saying here is on record. All these petty crimes stopped. Immediately, we called the IGBOS out. The crime rate have reduced. Everybody listened and watched that program. And personally, I knew what transpired immediately after that broadcast. And SOLUDO don't know what he did. SOLUDO don't know how he contacted the IGBOS. It was because of the exposition we made. And the IGBOS know how he swing into action, calling every male that has anything to deal with, warning them that the governor have contacted him. And if anybody commit crime going forward, you are on your own. That was how the crime began to reduce. Some of you don't know all these things, but sometimes you know, it is very important that we begin to tell these stories. So for SOLUDO to come out and start, because he is working with the criminals who sold Mazi Kano, and they told them that, they assured them that don't worry, Biafra is gone, and today we are here. The more you fight us, the more powerful we become. SOLUDO, you can't fight us and win. You are fighting a whole nation. You can't. The more you fight us, the more powerful we become. And if we get angry, we will make your government ungovernable until Biafra come. Every time SOLUDO open his mouth, he will start calling Biafrans criminals. This is what he has been doing from the beginning. He open mouth, he don't know how to address the public. We can challenge SOLUDO that Anambra State is part of Biafra. And if you continue to call us criminals, we are going to make your government ungovernable because it is part of Biafra we are agitating. Now, having laid background of how we have helped SOLUDO without him knowing it to fight criminality in Anambra State, SOLUDO still have the impetus to be calling us criminals. There are many instances that I don't need to mention here. But I want the world and Biafra people to know that the security, the peace that SOLUDO is bragging about enjoying in Anambra State today, autopilot did it. Because with the presence of Mkpurumiri, people go into many crimes. And we ended Mkpurumiri, which helped to curb many crimes and criminality in Anambra State. When this whole thing started, we also called SOLUDO to look into his political opponent. We made program about it. So I believe maybe he has done something about it. Maybe he have reached out to them. Biafrans are warning SOLUDO. This is going to be the last warning. Believe me. This is going to be the last warning. If SOLUDO continue to tag Ndibo as criminals and tag Biafrans as criminals, profiling us, and you shake Yaya, and he knows that we can shake him. Forget all these things he's doing, all this nonsense statement. We will shake SOLUDO. We are in armed struggle to get our freedom. I want this video to go to SOLUDO. Let him send this video to everybody in the world. Let him send it to America. Let him send it to Europe. If he continue to profile us as criminals, we will have no option than to start the liberation of Biafra from him. I am now appealing to everybody in every leadership in Biafra land to warn SOLUDO to stop profiling Ndi Igbo as criminals. We have done well and mean well for Anambra. We have participated in making SOLUDO to succeed in security-wise, even while we distance ourselves from him. And I have given instances of what we did. I have given instances of how we succeeded in making Anambra what it is now. SOLUDO knows that ESN are in the forest and they have guns. So if ESN is in the forest and have gun, did you see anybody they kidnap? If anybody kidnap anybody, that person is not ESN. Deal with them. You don't come and generalize ESN as people that are kidnapping. Anambra State knows what is Anambra State started. This kidnapping started in Anambra State. It was Andy Uba that introduced kidnapping in Anambra State. It was your political opponent that introduced kidnapping business in Anambra State. Andy Uba kidnapped Grace Ngige, a sitting governor. You yourself, SOLUDO, reminded Andy Uba during the campaign that he was the one who brought criminality into Anambra State. During Peter Obi, as a governor of Anambra State, so many people, buildings were demolished for kidnapping. In Ozobolo, that was a very popular kidnapper then. His houses and everything mansion was demolished by Peter Obi. A lot of them. This is history. Kidnapping has been in Anambra State for a very long time. It didn't start today. So why do you now call Biafrans and Ndi Igbo criminals? Why do you now call ESN criminals? ESN don't engage in criminality. And is it Orifite? Thank you. Orifite, thank you very much. In Orifite. Yes, a very popular kidnapper was. His house was demolished, either by Peter Obi or somebody. He used his house to do where he put the victims and all that. Evans, the kidnapper, started in Anambra State. So what is this man talking about? Calling ESN. SOLUDO is asking how ESN, how did they feed? ESN feed from the contribution of millions of Biafrans across the globe. We contribute money to feed ESN. And I'm telling you today that the feeding of the Eastern Security Network alone, as it stands now, even when they are not feeding the way they should feed, is about $50,000 a month. When they get steady food, it costs autopilot $50,000 every month. So if SOLUDO is wondering, where do they get money to eat? Or how did they? So it is because of how did they eat that you now begin to profile them as criminals. We raise money to feed them. The reason you see us every month raising money is to feed the ESN. And this idiot, they are now enjoying security. They are now enjoying Anambra, enjoying Abia, enjoying everywhere. You don't know that a governor like you, who was sworn in like you, is spending entire money they have to set up their own security outfit to fight the same people that ESN are fighting. But when you send your own security When you send your own security, you send it to ESN. Thank you very much, C. Ugomba. Simon, you even told SOLUDO how to reabsorb the IGBOS. He stopped from collecting tax revenue in Anambra. Thank you very much. It was the idea of autopilot. We advised SOLUDO what to do so that insecurity will not increase. After he sacked all IGBOS, what did he expect? They will go into criminality. It was the autopilot that advised this idiotic criminal SOLUDO, who is a criminal by nature. Everybody knows SOLUDO is a criminal. SOLUDO made money from Central Bank after liquidating all the money that was printed, the 2020 naira or 200 naira that was printed in those days. SOLUDO made money from there. We know the story. So SOLUDO is first-hand criminal. Is it because he did not carry gun while he was in the CBN? SOLUDO is the reason why Nigeria is wretched as it is now with the oil reserve. SOLUDO is the biggest criminal. He's one of the biggest criminals in Nigeria. SOLUDO should tell us how much was his salary and his earning as a central bank governor. How did he make his fortune? He made his fortune through criminality in Nigeria. While the more people will carry gun to kidnap and make money, SOLUDO use pen to steal Nigeria dry. While he was he can't. It is not even an allegation. This is a fact. So can SOLUDO come to say that what I am saying now is a lie? He cannot say that. He cannot deny it. Let him come to say that the information I am passing to the public this night is a lie. That he did not steal the Nigerian money currency through the central bank while he was the central bank governor. I know the story very well. I have the file. SOLUDO shouldn't be the one to call anybody criminal because he don't have the moral justification to do that. He is the worst criminal of one of the criminals in Igbo land. He is not different from people who carry gun to kidnap for ransom. He is not different. Because there is no amount of kidnapping they will do that will even go close to what SOLUDO steal from Nigeria government. So who is he to come and start ranting just because you are a governor? If you continue to attack Biafrans and call us criminals, we are going to start the agitation from Anambra, from your state. Not even agitation, we already passed it. We are starting the liberation from Anambra. Let him come again to call us criminal. I am challenging SOLUDO from today to call us criminal again in any national broadcast. We will start the liberation of Biafra from Anambra. I said it, and I want this video to go to him. Any day SOLUDO come again and profile Igbo as criminals, we will start the liberation of Biafra from Anambra. Go and mark today's date. I want you people to see how SOLUDO addressed Igbo.
Security. I mean, some of these things are still going to be, they won't be effectively utilized. Now, just a few days ago, a senator in Anambra State was attacked, the Senator Efeanyi Ubah. Who are these unknown gunmen? Have you identified them?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for that. Let me make the point again. I repeated it. I said it before. Given where things were when we came, we're not saying that Anambra is 100% secured. Of course, there is no crime-free society anywhere in the world. Occasionally, you hear shootings in schools and so on in America or in malls and so on and so forth. And but everybody in Anambra, the 8.5 million residents of Anambra, can testify to you that insecurity in Anambra has come down to the barest minimum.
Who did it? Who did it? Who made the insecurity in Anambra to come down to the barest minimum? The autopilot. It is us that contributed to it. We're not saying that we did all of them, but we contributed to it. We ended Mburumiri. We advised you to go to Obi of Igwe of Obosi. You went and did something. We also advised you to look into the IGBOS that you disengage from their job. Otherwise, you are going to create more insecurity in Anambra State. So how do you now turn around and call us and call Igbo criminals? How? How are you coming now to take glory? To take glory of insecurity is barest minimum. We are not criminals, and we will never engage in criminality. But if you kill us, we kill you. If you come to kill us, we kill you. And the reason why we carry gun is to defend our land, which you people have refused to do. Can SOLUDO now come to tell us whether they have ever arrested any Fulani? Fulani are on the road kidnapping people every day in military checkpoint. Or is SOLUDO not aware of that? Is SOLUDO not aware that they are kidnapping people on the road, even in Uguanicha Road? From Anambra to other side of Southeast. Is SOLUDO not aware of that? Have SOLUDO now arrested anybody? Those destroying farmland, and when you complain they use machete and butcher you, have SOLUDO arrested any of them? So why would they come to profile Igbo as criminals?
At least in the last 3 months or so, such kind of things that used to be, albeit daily occurrence, just come almost to a screeching halt. You would occasionally, like I said, 15 camps here decimated. Even yesterday, some other places they were gathering, decimated, who degraded the infrastructure, and I don't think they have the capacity again to come with the kind of ferocity they had in the past. Occasionally, you might have flashes. And I had paid tribute to the gallant security forces and our own Anambra vigilante and the people of Anambra for their massive.
Now, SOLUDO mentioned Anambra vigilante group. And in all these things, SOLUDO was vomiting from his mouth. SOLUDO did not make comment that the Anambra vigilante group were also arrested for kidnapping. SOLUDO didn't say that. SOLUDO didn't mention that. SOLUDO did not tell people that Anambra vigilante group commander was arrested for kidnapping. They have nothing to do with the Eastern Security Network. I want to show Biafrans that SOLUDO even shielded the names and the identity of the Anambra vigilante commander who was arrested for kidnapping of them. This is the news here. So ask SOLUDO, who are these? Who are those? Anambra vigilante leader, even the leader of Anambra vigilante, 3 others arrested for kidnapping people for ransom. This is the security personnel of SOLUDO. And SOLUDO will turn around and begin to call IPOB and call Biafrans. So the people should ask SOLUDO to tell us, call the names of the criminals and stop branding them, profiling Igbo as criminals. Look at them. Is this not the security personnel of SOLUDO, Anambra vigilante leader, 3 others arrested for kidnapping, for ransom? Let us read the news.
a leader in the Anambra State Vigilante Group, and the 3 others have reportedly been arrested for their illegal involvement in kidnapping in the state. So if SOLUDO is coming today to claim that they have succeeded in destroying camps, and for that reason security is coming back to Anambra, it is coming within his own security outfit. The kidnapping is happening from his own security outfit, Anambra Vigilante Group. So we challenge SOLUDO to show us the commander that is now either in police net or they have released them as as usual, because they didn't even mention their names. They covered their names. But if they are Eastern Security Network, they have arrested them, you will see their name flying everywhere. You see their picture, you see their identity flying everywhere. SOLUDO sheltered them. It is the same thing they are doing to Fulanis. Once you are a criminal under the government, you are protected. That is exactly what they are doing. It does not matter, the kind of crime you commit. Once you commit crime and you are serving the government interest just to kill Biafrans, your sin is forgiven. It started from the leadership of the APC. They have now upgraded impunity, and that is why we are going to be ruthless with them. The APC government say, come to us. Once you decamp from your party to us, all your crime, all your corruption cases, everything will be forgiven. SOLUDO have now adopted the same system. It is not only SOLUDO, that is the modus operandi in Nigeria government. Once you are not fighting, once you are not against one Nigeria, every crime you commit is forgiven. The next thing is that you are going to be supporting the leadership, the ruling party. Every crime you commit will be forgiven. But if you are against the ruling party, if you are against Nigeria, that is where you have a problem. Even if you are not a criminal, they will give you a name. Today, if they arrest ESN, they will show their picture, they will show even those who are not ESN, they will arrange some people to come and start talking rubbish. When you listen to somebody talking as ESN, you'll be laughing. Look at the pompousness, everything, the cheek is swelling up. And then the person will come to say, I am ESN, we kill people, we kill this, we kill that. It's rubbish. That is too cheap. I'm listening to some of them, they send me a video of one idiot saying he's ESN, I just laugh. I don't need to make comment on it. Let them continue to do whatever they want to do. And one of the idiot was responding in a WhatsApp group in what is happening in Olo. Oh, do you see the ESN guy that was confessing? And it is the propaganda they do. And of course, idiots can believe that. But let them use it in any way. Let them take it and use it anywhere against us. And then we are going to respond. Not all this social media court and all that. I don't waste my time on those nonsense. Have you seen me address the video? I can't address such video. It is bringing, it is too stupid for me to come and start addressing that video. The reason they made that video, they have actually, they will not even achieve it, but they have done something by posting it to social media, and the social media have seen it, and that's the end. Because what we didn't talk about does not exist. So, where is the vigilante commander of SOLUDO who has been arrested with 3 others for kidnapping? And in all these things, you see that SOLUDO is narrating. There is no evidence whatsoever of any ESN involvement in kidnapping. Because you can't do that. And everybody knows it. So I want you to listen to SOLUDO.
So Anambra has been quiet, relatively peaceful, and we're pursuing this agenda. Compared to many other places in Nigeria, I would dare to say that if we were to have the statistics over the last 3 months, I think Anambra will compare favorably as one of the safest comparatively.
Now, compared to other places in Nigeria, who are those then who are now making those places in Nigeria hot? Who are those creating those insecurity in those places this man is mentioning? Who are those? The Fulanis. The Fulanis. Can somebody ask this SOLUDO, the Fulani slave, who are those creating the insecurity in those other places of Nigeria he was talking about? Are there IGBOS? Are there IPOBs? Listening to this.
You have also heard that Abuja, where the seat of government in Nigeria is under siege. Benue State is under siege. We cannot continue to just play around and allow them to continue. We are equal to the tax. And today we are sending a message that Benue State is ready to confront the Fulanis from Niger, from Mali, from Senegal, from Mauritania, from Libya, from Cameroon, who wants to take over Nigeria as their land. We are going to stop it.
Did you hear Autumn? Did you hear Autumn? Did SOLUDO also understand that the countries where this, the countries this man mentioned, that actually Nigeria, and that the one created insecurity, SOLUDO, was mentioned comparing Anambra to other part of Nigeria, comparing Anambra to other part of Nigeria. Anambra is doing well. The SOLUDO know the reason why we created, Mazi created Eastern Security Network. The SOLUDO know the reason why we say we are going to fund Eastern Security Network to make sure we don't end up like Benue State, like this man is shouting now. Have you seen any Southerner, any Southeast governor who come to say we created Amotekon to fight Fulani? No, they never mentioned it. Umahi went to a community in Ebonyi State where Fulani butchered over 100 people, and they reported 30-something. Umahi went there and was crying. Umahi admitted that this Fulani we protected tried to do something. Fulani come to kill our people. Umahi cried. Yet, Umahi did not set up the security outfit to fight Fulani. And this man, this corrupt idiot, is coming to call on the Igbo criminals.
But then came this big bomb on Sunday last week, exactly a week today, to the surprise of everybody. This came. And I can tell you, we are pursuing that very vigorously. There are several leads to this. Whether this was an orchestrated and pinpoint attack, there are all kinds of theories as to why and how that happened. But we are pursuing these people, and I can bet you it won't be too long before we pin them down, so to speak. And that is the key thing that we have been able to achieve. We're not relenting 1 minute, 24/7. The operations are ongoing. Even yesterday, very massive operations went on in some parts. Many communities are now having their New Yam festivals, the thing that wasn't possible in the past. Even communities having their festivals come back, taking back their communities, and so on and so forth. And millions of events on Saturday here. We had the youth Anambra Fashion Expo taking place. We've had high-profile visits and events, the stadium, and so on and so forth. 2 weeks ago, we hosted the Cardinal from a week or so ago. We hosted the Cardinals. The new Cardinal, and all the Catholic bishops in Nigeria were in Anambra. He literally shut down the state, and so on and so forth. This kind of thing are quite rare now. But, it won't disappear overnight.
You can imagine achievement. Just listen to the achievement of SOLUDO. The achievement of SOLUDO is that he hosted cardinals from all over Nigeria in Anambra, and they hosted, everything went well, and it's an achievement because according to him, that kind of thing is not possible anymore in Nigeria because everywhere is under siege by Fulani. So you cannot actually host that kind of event. It's an achievement. It has become an achievement for SOLUDO to host cardinals. He is now listing it as part of the achievement. Did you not hear that? That is how degenerated the system has become. That SOLUDO is now telling you achievement is hosting cardinals without them being attacked. And it has entered the book of achievement. And one thing SOLUDO don't know is that one of the biggest propeller of insecurity is drugs. One of the biggest factors that aid insecurity in society is drugs. Drugs. In a society that you have, movement of drugs, where drugs are moving freely, you can never have peace there. So the insecurity this man is talking about that I have reduced in Anambra has to do with the fact that we fought the drug of this crystal. And it is the autopilot. At the heat of the autopilot, we fought the crystal drug that almost destroyed Biafra land. So immediately we won the war on that crystal drug, the insecurity reduced. But SOLUDO, I don't know the kind of education, the professor he is, whether it is just a school professor as in, I do not know whether he actually have knowledge. Because education is different from knowledge. SOLUDO don't have knowledge of things. Yes, the crystalline amphetamine. It is called the Purumini is the crystal. SOLUDO don't have knowledge about things. For you to be good leader, especially in a very, very dangerous diversity like Nigeria, you need to be very knowledgeable about everything. Or in fact, you need to be knowledgeable about even things that doesn't exist for you to manage that kind of Nigeria system. It does not matter whether you are in the north or south. For you to be a good leader in Nigeria, you need to know many things, even know those that doesn't exist. So SOLUDO is not a knowledgeable person. Because if he's a knowledgeable person, he will know that it is not his gun. It is not his security, it is not his Anambra vigilante that stopped the insecurity in Anambra, because they contribute to the insecurity. I have just shown you a report where where 4 of them were arrested for kidnapping. Many of them are doing the same crime. It was the IPOB autopilot that fought this drug in Anambra State that now gave birth to what this man is explaining now. Without that, you can never have anything to talk about, because people will continue to be under the influence of drug, and they will continue to commit crime. We fought it. We gave people order to fight, and it was like, oh my goodness. And God used a lot of people in Biafra land to fight against Mburumiri. So SOLUDO should acknowledge this, that it is not this his DSS, police, army, this, army, that stop the insecurity. It is not all those people he go and start destroying their camp or whatever that is making the insecurity to reduce. No. He might destroy their camps, But he didn't kill them. He may destroy their camps. They are still there. Did you kill them? If they are criminals, you will still see the insecurity. Destroying their camp, you didn't kill them. You didn't neutralize them. You didn't collect their guns. Okay? So if they are the one, making the insecurity, they still have their guns. But they don't even care. Upon the fact that you kill them, they don't even care because they have target. The target is Biafra. The target is that if you are the one, Soludo, who is going to stop Biafra from coming in 2023, we will come for you. It is going to be a very brutal revolution. We will come for you. But it is not now. You are not a threat to us, even though you are a threat. We have our target. Just come 2023 and talk that you are against Biafra. Say that you are going to stop Biafra from coming in 2023 and leave the rest. When we are going to start this particular liberation of Biafra, come, Soludo, come and be giving speech as a Nigeria governor in Biafra land, and you are going to see water. I am telling you the fact. This is not a threat. It is something that is going to happen. If you think that you are a man and you are going to stop the freedom of Biafra in 2023, when the liberation of Biafra from Nigeria will start, Soludo, start giving statement that you are fighting for Nigeria in Anambra State. Then we will know that you are a man. So I am just telling Soludo that those people you are chasing are not criminals. You didn't kill them. They are still there. They have their gun. Yet they have not come to attack you. Because you are not the person they are looking for. They are guiding our forest against Fulani invasion, against foreign terrorists that this man is talking about.
We did it in 2004, and we're going to do it again.
Yes, let me find out this from you. You don't have what you call the Benesi Livestock Guard, which is to implement the open grazing prohibition law. What is the job description of these guards?
We already have that now, and they are implementing it. We have prosecuted and already convicted over 400 Fulani herdsmen who have besieged the state. We have impounded over 25,000 heads of cattle. Those who pay fine, we release it to them. And those who did not pay, we were able to auction those cattle. That is what the law says. And so this is another phase of ensuring that we secure our land. We are ready to go with them. I'm ready to go to war with those people who have volunteered. These people are not going to be paid. Those volunteer guards, they are community people who are farmers, who are civil servants, who are traders, who have decided that, look, enough is enough. We cannot continue. We must secure our land. And so I want to assure you that I'm involved, my government is involved, and everybody in Benue State is involved. And that is why you see all the traditional rulers here, all the stakeholders in Benue State, the civil servants are here today. And we are ready to wage war against this evil that is coming against.
And again, I am just saddened because this update from Barrister Ejiofor that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is seriously ill, suffers from intestinal disorder. This is the problem. Why we are fighting for our leader to be released, calling the world attention. Those who call themselves the wife, or I don't know, the people that claim that they are the only Biafra, they are the legitimate Biafrans. I was even told that She called me computer and the phone freedom fighter. I do not know whether that is true. Okay? Somebody told me that she called Simon Ekpa computer and the phone freedom fighters. That was funny. Did she actually say that? I want to know. Did she actually say that? Did she actually say that Simon Ekpa is a computer and phone freedom fighter? So, I believe that we are going to cross this bridge. We are going to cross this bridge. If she actually said that. Now let us listen to SOLUDO.
It took years for them to take root, to build about 15 camps all over especially the 8 local governments that were imperiled. Probably not going to disappear 100% in 3 months or in 6 months. But we are unrelenting. We are putting in everything. We are determined that Anambra, regardless of what else happens.
Yes, Emeka Nganyade, you are right. And that's why I'm asking. Because a lot of things, these things have been flying, It has been flying everywhere. So you hear me shout, you hear me asking, did I, you have to just listen the way I'm saying it. I said, did she actually say that? So which means I am also doubting it. But I'm just telling you that it is all over social media that she said that Simon Ekpa is telephone and computer freedom fighter. So, and the thing is that, it is very difficult to live when you talk about the illness of our leader and the way she came to say, that she's better than us, he is better than us and all that. With all the things we have been doing all this while, no matter how you want to be, no matter how you want to ignore it, we are all human beings. You have to, as time goes on, we're going to forget everything about her and move on. But it's just very sad that our leader is sick. And one thing that is really people should start to ponder upon is the way these people have the mind to start creating also Nzama security outfit. So what is giving them the mind? What is giving them the mind to start creating Nzama security outfit? Now, what is really giving them the mind to fight against Biafra openly? Sometimes I think, a lot of things will begin to add up. Because sometimes, there is different when they are fighting like this, kone way. So what is giving them the impetus to openly start fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family, openly start fighting, the ESN openly, not like they are hiding it. Openly start fighting the siblings, openly start fighting everybody, openly start fighting creating another security outfit openly. What is giving these people this impetus? There is one man in Nigeria who is fighting tooth and nail against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that person's name is Ikechukwu Ugwoha. This man is the one who is engineering everything against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including the Mohammed Abbas in Kuwait, including this security outfit for Soludo, including this Unson Zama. He is the one engineering all of them. They call him the Biafra Land Coordinator. What is the name again? Is it the Kechukwu or what? He is the one who goes from one juju to another. He is the one who killed cow and burn the cow in the street for the juju to be walking. And I hope that man have not sent anybody to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to make this comment here today and let it be on record, because everybody knows who have gone to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and who have taken message or something to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the name of visiting him. I hope this Ikechukwu Ugwoha have not sent anybody to go to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because the point is that when I listen to, sometimes we just keep quiet. When I listen to, the man in Germany, the in-law of our leader in Germany, he is focusing somewhere. He is focusing somewhere. That's not where the problem is. That's not where the problem is. Those people, the in-law in Germany is focusing on, have somebody they are actually working for. You don't know. The people you are calling their names are working for somebody who is in Biafra land. And that person is Ikechukwu Ugwoha. Ikechukwu Ugwoha is the brain behind all the sabotage against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Go and mark it today. And I just remembered him in this broadcast. But I will leave it. I will leave it for now. Now let us listen.
Where is Nigeria? We are determined to make an safe, secure for the citizens, for the residents, and for business.
So one of my question, and perhaps this comes from the questions on the minds of a lot of people, who the real identities of the perpetrators of these attacks in the South is not only in your state, they're popularly tagged the unknown gunmen. And some people have argued that they are known actually. In fact, some people say some of them are locals. Have you been able to unveil, have you been able to identify, are these criminals, are they agitators? Who are these guys? What do they want?
They are playing criminals. Full stop. No.
Did you hear that? They are playing criminals. Full stop. Nothing else.
Nothing else. Of course, there are some people who now hide under this, a bunch of these criminals hide under the cloak of agitation and so on. But IPOB has repeatedly distanced itself from the criminals.
Are you hearing it? From the criminals. How did Soludo know who is criminal and who is not a criminal? How did Soludo knows who? You see, when they say IPOB distances themselves, it means that they are not in charge and in control of the Eastern Security Network. So the Eastern Security Network, because they are not in charge of the Eastern Security Network, they told Soludo, we are no longer in charge of the Eastern Security Network, so because they are no longer under our control. And so therefore, SOLUDO, we are distancing ourselves. We have asked them to stop agitating for Biafra. They refuse. We have asked them to stop defending Mazi Nnamdi Kanu legacy. They refused. We have asked them to stop listening to Simon Ekpa. They refused. For that reason, SOLUDO, they are all criminals. That is what they are telling SOLUDO. SOLUDO told you already, they work with them. So, and what did they do? They decided to create Zama security outfit who will now legitimately go and start pointing fingers to ESN. They are now working. 20 persons have been sent to SOLUDO 2 nights ago. And you know that one of their camp, do you know that one of their camp, is very close to a police station. These people you see that paraded themselves in Zama security network, their camp is close to a police station. Are you people aware of that? No, you will not know now. Ask yourself, why did they go and have camp at the back of the police station? At the back of the police station, that is where the camp is. When I was telling them, the one in Ohofia, they thought we just, sometimes we just watch and see what they are going to do before we come out. The main camp is at the back of the police station. I don't need to tell you where they, but they know that when I say back of the police station, they know what I'm talking about. So how, so now they are now creating, and what they do is that, 72 hours of training, they will now share 20 person go to Anambra, 20 person go to Imo State, 15 person go to Enugu, 15 person go to Ebonyi, and they are going to be now sharing them with Ebubago to be pointing a hand at IPOB, Eastern Security Network, and their camps. That is what these people you see that you see on, that is their job. Their job, with the 100,000 they promise them every month, their job is to go to start pointing finger at where they think is the camp of the ESN against Biafra coming next year. All these things is to begin to attack the Eastern Security Network, against Biafra coming next year. That's all. When you hear some of them say, instead Simon Ekpa will get Biafra, let the Biafra no come. This is exactly what they mean. When some people say, instead Simon Ekpa will get Biafra, let them scatter everything. This is what they are doing. But you know one thing, they don't know how prepared we are. We are going to shock them. Because all these things that they are doing now is something we know already, that they are going to do it. And something we know that they are doing it. And we prepared for them. So we will give you this side and deal with you this side. That is what we're going to do. And that is what we're going to do them. So come to those camps and point the hand. Come and point where you know. Those camps that some of you know. Some of them they are not in Anambra. 20 of them are in Anambra. 20 are in Imo State. 15 are in Enugu State. Those people that they believe that know some people in Enugu State or know some places in Enugu State, they share them like that. And their job is to go and point fingers at where they think ESN have camp. And their salary is 100,000 every month. These are the people that are, the demonic people that have come to destroy Biafra. But for the fact that we have these intels shows that they have actually failed. Because the only way they can succeed is when we don't have the intel. But we have the intel. And we'll be waiting for them. Let us continue.
These criminals and so on and so forth, they're kidnappers and just mere plain criminal, lucrative criminality and idolatry. These are the two things that
You said they are kidnappers and idolatry. you know what is idolatry, like raping and all that. You see, one thing is that SOLUDO, like I have said, during this program, the people that are doing kidnapping are your Anambra Vigilante group. And I have just shown you the commander that they arrested and with 3 other people for kidnapping and for ransom. So SOLUDO should channel his anger to his own Anambra Vigilante group. And until today, SOLUDO didn't make comment on the arrested Anambra Vigilante commander. I have not seen where he made comment about him, either condemning him, or either exonerating him, or either correcting him and his group. I have never seen SOLUDO to make comment that his own security group, AVG, commander was arrested for kidnapping. Yet, SOLUDO have the impetus and the moral justification to talk against ESN. Now, listen to what makes ESN criminal according to SOLUDO.
Come with. Anambra is, well, without a doubt, the richest state in the southeast. So this is the place where kidnapping has the highest value. So you have the highest concentration here. If you have an Al-Qaeda rider who goes into the bush, learns how to shoot, and becomes part of a criminal gang, they kidnap someone and they make millions. Because it's not easy to convince him to want to go back tomorrow.
Yes, thank you very much. Worshipping the false god. Yeah.
So his Al-Qaeda or, vulcanized or driving a keke and all that kind of thing. But we are decimating them. Well, we approach it with a carrot and stick. So I say they are not unknown gunmen. They are unknown to the extent that maybe they are not caught immediately at the act. But I can tell you, we've been catching quite a lot of them. And they know that something is happening, that Anambra is not safe for them. Never again.
So, these people that you have caught, are they locals? Are they people who are coming into the state, or they are locals? They're from Anambra state, those who have turned criminal, Anambrans who have turned criminals?
Let me be clear about it. 100% of all the people that we have caught are IGBOS. 100%. There's no one, the hoax about somebody invading from somewhere and so on. It's all hoax.
Did you hear that? He said that every person they caught are IGBOS. That there is nobody, no hoax, if that somebody is invading from somewhere. So SOLUDO is now telling you that Fulani invasion is not real. And of course, thank you very much for that idolatry. Yes, it's not adultery, but idolatry. So it's the worship of God. I misheard him. I didn't hear him very well. I was adultery. So yes, the worship of false God and all that idol. So the point is that SOLUDO did not believe. Of course, he believes, but his job is to come for the image making of the Fulani Caliphate. His job in Anambra State is the image making of the Fulanis, and is doing the job very well. So now he has finally, pushed the nail in the head that all this wars of invasion and is just complete false. That the people that are killing and butchering our people is not true. That those who killed in Enugu State is not true. That those killing in Ebonyi State is not true. That those killing in other part is not, there is nothing like invasion. He made it very clear there is nothing like invasion of anything. And because he have agreed there is nothing like invasion, those criminals that were expelled from IPOB, who is working now with SOLUDO, also believe that there is no invasion. Also believe there is nothing like Fulani. I am telling you people the fact that before you to work with somebody, you must be in agreement. for them to work with SOLUDO, they are in agreement with SOLUDO's ideology and the principle, which is that there is nothing like Fulani invading, there is nothing like Fulanization, there is nothing like that. That is the belief of SOLUDO. For you to work with SOLUDO in this, from this, in this particular case, you have to agree that there is nothing like Fulani. And that is what the criminals we have expelled in IPOB. And that is why they are struggling to destroy Eastern Security Network. Because they have collected money. They have soiled their hand in this dirty business of politics. Who knows what they promised them? Who knows the kind of things they promised them? Who knows what exactly have they promised these people? Because it can't be just because Mazi was kidnapped. It cannot be that. What did they promise these people?
But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Ekpa, Biasika, and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. Not in you cannot. Not in 1 trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika Abiyama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Eheri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not if you know about the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we are chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who, from their mother's womb, they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these neo-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand the mountains. I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move. This very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And
it's 100% IGBOS on IGBOS. That's the first point. Second is that the quite of them, Anambra is, like I said, receives disproportionate share of influx of people from other southeast states and other parts of Nigeria in the southeast. And so, at the initial stage when we started, in fact, the first set of people we caught were 100% Igbos from other southeast states and none from Anambra. But as we went on, we then discovered that a whole lot of the youths who have been taken to these bushes got indoctrinated and got initiated into all kinds of things, happen also to be citizens of Anambra State or indigenous of Anambra State. And we're dealing with all of this for us. It's from Anambra or it's not from Anambra. Anybody in a camp, anybody in the bush with a gun, we treat as a criminal. There's no other objective. You can't.
Did you all hear that? So SOLUDO have declared Biafra agitators criminals. He said it. So I want you people to know that SOLUDO knows very well that ESN are not criminals, but he just decided to brand them criminal. SOLUDO know that ESN don't engage in kidnapping. He just said it himself, that the only criteria that he is using to say they are criminals is because they are in the bush and they have gun. And we are telling him that we are going to continue to have gun. And we are telling him that Biafrans will continue to have more men and will continue to do it until Biafra will be restored in 2023. And I am happy that he have laid down this criteria, how he arrived at they are criminals. People, can you hear the man that have come to destroy Biafra? He said, upon the fact that he knows the reason why the ESN were formed, he said that his own is that anybody in the bush and you have gun, you are a criminal. Now listen.
Can be in any bush or in any camp in Anambra with a gun. How do you eat? How do you feed? How do you feed 1 month, 2 months, 6 months in the camp or in the bush? You must be involved in criminality.
You see, SOLUDO say the reason why he is calling them criminal is how do they eat? 1 month, 2 months, 6 months. That you must be a criminal. And we are telling SOLUDO, we feed them. And I said, the approximate amount we are using to feed Eastern Security Network every month is $50,000. Is it a small money? Approximately $50,000 every month. When they have to get, if they begin to get the exact feeding, according to our calculation and according to the data we have generated for them. $50,000 every month. That will tell you the amount, what we are talking about. And this amount is going to increase very soon. Because, it is going to increase very, very soon. So tell to SOLUDO, he should not try to call us criminal again. Because we are fighting for the liberation of Biafra. And we are feeding them. That is why we are doing fundraising every month. Now we are doing fundraising twice and even 3 times. To make sure we maintain them. It is not even enough. And that is why we are always shouting for contribution, fundraising, because people don't know how much that is going every month from autopilot IPOB. For the upkeep, that is not medical, that is not those who will forcico, that is not granoto, that is, I'm just telling you, only feeding alone. So if SOLUDO is wondering, oh, how did they feed 6 months? They must be criminals. No, we feed them. We raise money to feed them. And I have given an estimate of how much we feed them every month. And I said $50,000. Go and convert it to Naira. And you know how much it gives you to feed it. So, and when you hear the reason why SOLUDO called them criminal, you find out that he just came to fight Biafra. And of course, these criminals are helping him to do that. I know that when they hear 50,000, because, they never do that before. They never cared for ESN before, in the first place. We are doing that now. And that is why everything has changed. We are feeding them to make sure they protect our land against Fulanis. That is why the attack is not like that in Biafra land. But any day Fulani find out that they have destroyed ESN, you are going to see attack. You will never go to farm again. They are going to come again with force. Any day the Fulani found out that they have destroyed ESN, you will never go to farm again. That is what SOLUDO want to do. And by then, SOLUDO, just like every other handicapped governor, can't create a security to go and fight Fulani. He don't have that balls to do that. So we are not going to allow SOLUDO to slander our name in vain. If he call us criminal again, I am a movie. I am a SOLUDO movie. So the Biafra liberation will start from Anambra. Any day SOLUDO call us criminals again. Please, Biafra people, continue to search for SOLUDO's video. Let SOLUDO come and call us criminals again. We will start the liberation of Biafra from Anambra. Even before the year end. Let him come again and call us criminals. We have given him instances of how we help him to fight crime in Anambra. And it's on record. We have also answered the question of how did they feed? Because that is the reason why he called them criminals. SOLUDO is asking how do they feed 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, that they must be criminals. And we are telling SOLUDO, we feed them. We contribute money, we raise money every month, twice, 3 times to feed them. And their feeding is about $50,000 every month. So if he call us criminals again, we will open movie from Anambra. Let this video go to SOLUDO. And on this note, we are going to go to Twitter. If you look at what I have posted, for those of you watching, through YouTube, I have posted a link. And so we are going to go to Twitter now. And what we want to do is to see that we have, in YouTube alone, we have 3,000 people watching in YouTube alone. I know that not all of you have Twitter. So at this point, we have only only 2,000 retweet of this video from Imo State. So we are going to now do something with the remaining time we have. The next 20 minutes, we want to see the number of the retweet to rise. The idea is, as we continue to call the attention of the United Nations and bombardment state. For that, we go to Twitter, so we can begin to retweet and see that the number rises as the case may be. So let us go there. And I have posted the link. So I'm going to go to the number is now 2,218. You know, the video 2,218. As you can see, this is the tweet. 2,218. So we are going now 2,220. We want you to go and retweet. And retweet, one moment. Here we go. Click the link I just posted now and go to Twitter. Let us see, at least let us see if we can hit, for those of you who have Twitter, I don't know how many of you have Twitter here. I have about 50-something thousand followers on Twitter. And it is something that is really very, very discouraging that we have 50-something thousand people on Twitter. And when we tweet something very important for Biafra, when we tweet something very important for Biafra, and we'll be having 1,000 retweet or retweet. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense at all. So let us go there. Let us go to Twitter. I don't know who. Thank you very much. We will give SOLUDO water. If he calls us criminal again, he cannot leave object and be pursuing shadow. Exactly. Let him call us criminal again. We will open movie from, we will open the liberation will start from Anambra. This is not a joke. It's going to happen. So if you look at this video from Imo State, you'll find out that we have 12,000 views. This is just witchcrafting. 12,000 views on this video, and you have only 2,200 retweets. So who is this? Who are these 12,000 views? Who are these 12,000 views? You know, it is very important. If you are fighting for Biafra, bring out your mind and fight for Biafra. Do not give the enemy and the Nigeria state the opportunity to talk down us. We cannot be having 50,000 people on Twitter, and then when we tweet something very significant in this struggle, you are going to be having only a retweet of 500, a retweet of 2,000 or 1,000. You know, the reason why this particular tweet has generated 2,000 something is because I announced it the other day. It is not supposed to be so. Twitter is one of the most important platform where you connect to the world, especially the world powers and all that. So we must make use of Twitter. Very, very important. So this evening, we want to see the number of this retweet to rise. At least we target at least, you know, let us see if we can get up to 3,000 something and then tomorrow I will come again. We are going to have it. You know, we need to see at least retweet 3,000 times. Make sure that all the people that the organization that I tagged, you know, that they were part of your retweet. Just retweet. Let us see if we can hit 3,000. Very, very important. Very, very important. The link is there on the comment section. Follow it and go and retweet. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. We have 2,255, 57, 58, 200, 2,258. The number should be going up, up. That's what I want to, you know, what we should be doing is that the number should be going up like pam, you know. As I announce this thing now, you should go like this, up, you know, so that the UN will hear the sound. Whoever that is handling the account of the UN, sound and the sound of the retweet. Let them see what the people are doing. Let them see what those who call themselves leaders are doing in Biafra land. We need to see the number going up. The number is going up, of course. Let us continue. The number is going up. We have 2,262. Let us try to hit 3,000 at least. And normally, we don't need to be having this, you know, a special program for this. So, but, you know, it has become necessary. It has become necessary. Yes. You know, that is the problem. Somebody is saying that the retweet should be like 10K by now. No. As you can see it, only 2,000 retweet. Even when some people will post or will tweet a stupid thing, you will see some people retweeting it. You will see them have even 10,000, you know, 20,000 retweet and all that. But now it is time for you to retweet without payment. Nobody is asking you to pay. Just use your own Twitter account and retweet, and let us hit 10K. And the whole Biafra, we are going to, the same thing happened to our change.org petition. To sign it, all this jealousy and greedy people. It was then, I didn't even know what was going on. All of you remember when I wrote a petition for Nigeria disintegration. And you were expecting the people who said they are fighting for Biafra to sign a petition. It is now that I come to understand what was going on. So, you know, to them is that why they are not going to sign petition from Simon Ekpa. So that it will not make any name. Jesus Christ. It is now that I begin to know what was going on. You know, after filing a very good petition, you know, that needed just 100,000 signatures. These people, I posted it, made video on it, and they refused to sign it. This signature, we did not generate up to 100,000. And these are the people who were fighting for Biafra. They're all ignored signing it. Every day we make brokers to, at the end of it, I don't know whether how many thousand people signed that petition at the end of the day. But even as that time, I have almost 500,000 followers on Facebook before they closed the page. Yet, we couldn't get up to 100,000 signatures. Even till now, I think the petition is still there. So it is something that everybody must work on themselves. It is not just coming to make brokers. Whenever we do something that could add something to this struggle, you have to be part of it. You have to do something so that we can be moving forward. We have 2,289. I don't know whether everybody. I know that a lot of people are not using Twitter. I know that, but at least I still have something thousand followers on Twitter. They are not robots. they are not robots. That I show you. So 2091, 291, 2991. We're gonna end the broadcast in the next 4 minutes. In the next 4 minutes, so that we can see. But tomorrow we are going to have. It's now 2,400. Okay. Well, I need to refresh. Tomorrow we are going to have. A star. They are not robots. Tomorrow we are going to have a program on this to make sure that where did the person see this thing? You see, it is now 12.4K. 1,400 people watched it, but only 2,000 people read. Why is it that? Why is it that 12,400 people watched it? You know, was posted yesterday, and I don't know which one they are. Which one they are saying it is 2,000. But I posted it twice. Let me see where to see whether the one saying it is 2,400. Go in there. Moment. Here we go. Still is something. 2,304. We need to work. We need to really work on this tweet. We need to work on tweet. Very, very important. We need to work on tweet. That's why Mazi Namdekani. Okay, somebody say I should pin it on top. Yes, I think I will do that. Let me pin it on top. One moment. Somebody say I should pin it on top. Yep. Here we go. Pin your profile. All right. So I'll pin it now. And I believe that, yes. Okay, 2,409. How come it is giving me a different distance here? Okay. All right, it's 2,400. 2,400. And we'll pin it on top. Here we go. 2,500. Good going. Good going. Let us go there. 500. Go and retweet. Only thing you need to pin it on top of my channel. Go. Let us hit 3,000. Very important. We still have a lot of people here. Please leave YouTube and go to Twitter and retweet. Very important. We are moving. We are making progress. We are making progress. We are making progress. We are making progress. Very, very important. Very, very important. Tomorrow we will come here and we will do it again. honestly, it is very important. It is very important. We need to let the thing ring a bell, so that they will come and be asking what is going on, what is going on. They must see it, whether they like it or not. We need the petition too. We are ready to sign it. All right. We have to dig out the petition then. Right. We are moving. Okay. We have 2,530. 2,530. 32. 34. I've added another minute. It's going to stop at 2 hours 15 minutes. 2 hours 15 minutes. All of you are still here. You go to your Twitter and retweet. 2,540. 2,540. 2,500. 2,540. 2,544. 2,544. 244. 244. 2,554. 554. Go. If you don't have Twitter account, of course, you can create one, but no, you can still go and create one. Important, it is very easy to create and just be following. Those who have followed us, those 54,000 people who followed us should be able to retweet. But tomorrow we are going to come very early. No, this is late. Tomorrow I will be here 7 p.m. Biafran time, and we are going to focus on this retweet and all that. We are going to make sure they see the video of Imo State bombing, whether they like it or not. They are going to see it. Keep hitting the like button, keep hitting the retweet. Very, very important. And then also, those of you who were asked, this is our media person. Our media person. I'm gonna share his YouTube. I'm gonna share his YouTube. Please go and follow him. Go and follow. We are going to make sure that Biafran understand the importance of tweet. So we are going to bring few days to make program on Twitter. It's very important. Follow this link I posted now on YouTube, and subscribe to our the musician who have been singing and promoting Biafra. Please, very important. He need supporters as well. The YouTube I am posting now is the YouTube of the Biafra musician who has been singing and making sure that we enjoy ourselves with the music. So go and subscribe to his and then also support him. Important, very important. Subscribe to his channel and support him. He is the one who have been singing all this music you are hearing. He has only 165 subscribers. Go and subscribe to his channel. I'm going to post the link to his channel as well. The number is rising as well. He has 177 subscribers now. Go and subscribe to him, please. Very important. He has all the music he has made for Autopilot so far. They are there. He is doing very, very wonderful job, making sure that we are in the spirit. Go subscribe. Support him by hand. Tomorrow we will have the same program like this. Have 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. What do we have on Twitter? We have 2,597. 2,597. I know that a lot of you here don't have Twitter account. It's a big challenge. A lot of you here don't have Twitter account. It's a big challenge. The petition will come. I will go and dig out the petition maybe tomorrow or so. I will dig out the petition tomorrow. I think yesterday I received email about the petition. 2,600 and counting. Good job. Twitter is different. Twitter is not like every other. Right. Somebody say no sound. There is sound. He's not talking. We have more than one Twitter and tweet Mazi and tweet Dilly. Yes. That is possible. Very, very important. This Twitter is the game changer. We have 600 and tomorrow we are going to come here. Everybody should go and create Twitter. But the point now is that, it is not just about people creating Twitter account. Those who have created, they are not using it. You know, just like we said, I have about 54,000 people, you know, but of them, they are not active. I don't know whether there is a group of companies, you know, still envying why is Ekpa. So go and the retweet. If we stop, we'll continue tomorrow. We have 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. It's 2,612. 2,612. 614. 2,614. Good going, good going. Considering his Twitter, good going. We are going to make sure that, you know, before the end of this month, you know, we are going to have intensive Twitter, intensive tweeting, intensive one. By the time we do this like 2 or 3 times, because anytime we do something that is very important, you know, that we tag this UN order or Department of State or the UK 10 Downing Street or that, we need to see like go up like this. That is the only time you call the attention of the people we are tagging. Very, very important. But if it is just 1,500, this, you know, they don't pay attention to it. They don't pay attention. So I should refresh. Going to say there. Somebody is asking, Onye Maichi Meche, what are we going to say there? Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Just retweet. Okay? There is 2. I'm going to take a lesson. I'm going to, have a lesson on this. When you go to retweet, you just click on the retweet. You see quote, retweet without quote. Just retweet without quote. You don't need to quote anything. It's very easy. Just click bam, retweet. It will show you retweet with quote, retweet without quote. Just without quote. You don't need to quote anything. Just retweet. As simple as that. Like, of course, like and retweet. Yes. Like and retweet. Very important. Like and retweet. We have 2,625. We have 1 minute to go. Yes, I will show a sample when I come, and I'm using this. I'm using like computer. So yes, the Buhari visit to UN, I have said that people in the US can stage a protest. Very, very important. They can stage a protest at the UN, just like they did last time. You remember that last year, there was a protest at the UN against the Buhari. So where they bought Nigeria, they hired people, they paid them to come and start wearing Nigeria flag and all that. So Biafrans in US and the war in US can actually do that again. And here we go. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Oduduwa. May God bless Middle Belt. May God bless Ambazonia. May God bless Mazi Kano. May God bless on the Igbo. May God bless Eastern Security Network. May God bless our mother and their husband. May God bless our media warriors. And may God bless all autopilot IPOB all over the world. May God bless all of you. And may God bless me too. From here, from me, is good.